Walking with Steve and Gail.
Hey guys.
It is August, it is
25th.
Tuesday, August 25th, 2020. And it's been a busy day for you, Mr. Zintek.
Yeah, it's been okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. You closed on a first-time home buyer this morning.
Yeah, they were pretty easy clients though. They were very well organized clients, so that always makes it easier.
So when you say they were well organized,
Well, they already had their lender, everything pre-qualification. One thing though is that I thought for sure I would show them 10 to 15 homes.
and how many was it?
One.
Well, yeah.
Actually, two. I showed them two. We went to an open house the day before, and then this house they saw it and fell in love with it, and so.
And we do have a lack of inventory this year, 2020.
Right.
So they were ready to make a decision, ready to make a move.
Right. They fell in love with the house as soon as they walked in. They see it as their forever home, which is very unusual to hear from young adults, because most of them are thinking, well, I'm going to buy this house and in 5 years from now I'm going to sell it and buy another one and buy another. But they don't look at doing that. They look at just doing the updates to make this house really nice and then stay there and grow their family. So
Nice.
yeah, it's cool.
And we did get to see their faces.
Yeah, yeah.
Because, we have masks on all the time, and Steve hadn't seen. So I asked when we were there doing a walkthrough.
Oh, I had seen her face without her mask on.
But I had not, and I asked if I could take their picture out in front of their home. And so they both demasked, and it was nice to see their faces.
Right. Yeah, we got the concrete poured today on the walls.
So this morning I did a couple lives, and it was like, okay, we have a shitastic moment.
Yep.
Because the concrete was too dry, right?
Too dry. And they think what might have happened is that there was a dry sludge in the tank, and the mixer didn't get his load mixed up good. Usually when they get to a job site, they'll add some more water to it, get the tub spinning good, get it good and sloshed up. When I used to have concrete poured for the sign business, we would use, there's a slump, it's called slump, it's the amount of water in the concrete. We would do between a 5 and 6 so it would flow out good. Plus it gives us some working time. Well, and this is being pumped in, so you got to go a little bit, your slump's got to be so it can run. Well, the slump on that truck was like a 4. So it plugged up the tubes in the pump truck, and
yeah, and
probably a half a yard of concrete or more.
But you filled up your tubes for the deck.
Yeah, yeah.
Hard work, man. Here's what I said. He comes home, 9 o'clock closing, comes home, 11 o'clock, he's out slinging concrete. He's loading up wheelbarrow and then the 5-gallon buckets and carrying them on a slopey hill to fill up the 5-foot holes that he dug.
Somebody's got to do it, otherwise it's not going to get done.
And it probably wasn't going to be me, so, but I admire you.
Well, thanks.
I admire your work ethic. So after that...
Sonny, that's the way I was brought up to work.
Yeah.
So,
but
I think if you talk to most of my brothers and sisters, we all work that way. We don't know what slow is.
Even with chewing food, eating.
Yeah, even including eating. Well, there was 10 of us.
Yeah.
So it was a battle for the meal.
So we got our foundations poured.
The walls are poured.
The walls are poured. The foundation was there. The walls are now poured. And they're going to come back. Oh, here's what I want to say about Johnson poured walls.
They're top notch.
Integrity.
Awesome company.
Integrity.
Yeah.
So
I recommend them highly to anyone and everyone.
Because here's what happened today. When that mess was in the driveway, And I asked Steve, I said, so are we going to have to wait till the excavators come and push that big lump of concrete out of the driveway? And he said, yeah, probably. You know, what was it going to be, 10 days from now?
It wasn't a big deal.
And Dave, the owner, calls Steve and says, hey, I'm going to bring my Bobcat out and I'm going to clean up your driveway. After a long day of shit-tastic moments.
This guy's I think he's 56 years old. He outworks those, you know,
Those young kids.
those young kids that stand around, they lean on the shovel, they're just, you know, you got to constantly tell them to move.
So we highly recommend them for their work ethic. Even though they lean on shovels, they get the job
They
done.
get the job done,
And
and they do it right.
they do it right, and the owner is on job site doing the work, leading the pack.
Yeah, he leads by example, no doubt about it.
So
You know, this is the difference though too, and I think a lot of it is that things have changed over time, but when I worked for a company, I took ownership mentality into that company every day. I mean, it looked like, that was, if that company didn't survive, then I probably wasn't going to survive. I depended on that income. So that was my attitude, was, you know, that company was an extension of me just as much as it was an extension of the owner. And you don't see that in today's world. And more of you need to step up and take that attitude and just think about that for a minute, because we all need to take the ownership and, you know, treat it. And your company that you work for is gonna, you know, prosper, it's gonna grow. So, and that's, you know, that's where the owner's in there. You know, he gets it. He does have this, you know, all the stakes in the game. If it doesn't survive, guess who goes under? He does.
So
And his guys go get unemployment.
right, and you know, the bid came in. We added a couple things along the way because we changed, and the bid came in. It was a good amount of money to have this work done. And Steve and I were talking. We're like, I wonder if he'll negotiate. And then they started doing the work, and the work that they're doing, let me just tell you, they're worth what they quote you.
Yes. You know what? We probably paid a little, and not a little bit. We're probably paying, I'll say a little bit more money than we would have with another concrete company. But I don't feel like I would have gotten the same
Quality.
quality treatment from another company as I've gotten from Johnson Poured Walls. And it's, you know, like Gail said, integrity. You just feel the integrity there with them.
So how's your personal integrity? Doing what you say you're going to do when you say you're going to do it, when nobody's watching, you know, and that's ownership. That's taking ownership of what you do in life. And we're going to have to cut this short because my arm's getting tired.
Yeah, that's fine. And we're probably about to lose signal here. We usually get a dead spot in here. So, no.
All right. So it's been a great day. We got our name etched in the concrete. Stephen Gale Zintek, 8/25, 2020.
Yeah, it's all good.
We're a week out from
Hire Johnson Poured Walls.
Hire Johnson Poured Walls. All right, let's go. Later, Tater.
Out of here.
I'm out.